There has been so much news about the Batman. Feels like every hour something new is popping up about it. What do you think we do, Heath?
It's simple. We
make a video on
the Batman.
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris, and yes, the Batman movie is coming out in 2021. 2 years away, but yeah, we have gotten so much information on this movie, so I figured why not round up everything we know so far, tell you every confirmed thing about the Batman, and some speculated rumors that might still end up becoming true in this movie. But before getting to that, guys, make sure you're leaving a like down below and tell me which piece of news gets you the most excited about the Batman. Alright, so starting off with the bare basics if you've been living under a rock and don't know anything about this movie. So this is The Batman. That as of right now is the title. Even Robert Pattinson himself during interviews is calling it The Batman. It is set to release June 25th, 2021. It will be directed by Matt Reeves, most notably known for the new Planet of the Apes movies that are freaking fantastic. Every movie that continued on in that series just got better and better, and being that this Batman movie is set to be the start of a new trilogy with maybe even more sequels planned, that's some good news that every movie will just continuously get better and better. Hopefully. This movie is also set to take place in the 90s. It's still kind of unknown where this fits into the DC universe, whether it's its standalone thing or it can be connected to characters like Wonder Woman, Shazam, the Suicide Squad movies, because all that would take place 20 years later in present time. So it's kind of their way to let Batman be by himself, and then if things go well, several sequels down the line, he can meet Wonder Woman and all those other characters. And no, Joker, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, is not connected in any way, shape, or form. So don't even ask that down below, please. And of course, we have Robert Pattinson as our Batman, playing our Bruce Wayne. Some people are still a little unhappy about that, but look, if you still know him as the white, sexy, pale vampire kid, I recommend you watch the movie High Life or Good Times. These are two movies that Robert Pattinson has made that really show what a fantastic actor he is, and even if you don't want to spend your time watching that, he's going to be coming out in Christopher Nolan's new movie Tenet, and that is the exact same director who made the Dark Knight trilogy, so if he wanted to hire him, I mean, come on. This Batman is in his early years of doing some crime fighting. He's not inexperienced, but at the same time, he's not the perfect Batman we know him to be. The movie will be very detective-based, showing a side of Batman we haven't seen all that much, a more intelligent Batman. It feels like every other incarnation of Batman had elements of everything we needed in one perfect Batman. I mean, you had Ben Affleck, who was the brute martial artist who could fight. You had Christian Bale, who was an amazing Bruce Wayne and played off that persona really well. And then you had Michael Keaton, who brand-wise had everything Batman we love: the best car, the best suit, the Batcave, just the atmosphere that you would want in a Batman movie. Now we're gonna get Robert Pattinson to fill in that detective void and hopefully mash in all those other parts into one perfect Batman. The other confirmed casting as of right now is, yes, we will have a Commissioner Gordon. That is need be in these types of movies. He's going to be played by Jeffrey Wright. Still unknown where in their relationship they are right now, whether they're in the we're chums and we help each other out kind of way, or in the I'm not sure if I trust you yet kind of way. I think he's perfect casting. If you've seen him in Westworld, you know the man is a really good actor. You also have Zoe Kravitz, who has been confirmed to be our Catwoman, so she is involved as one of the villains, or I guess minor annoyances for Batman in this movie. We've already had 2 incarnations of Catwoman. My favorite is still Michelle Pfeiffer. Very curious to see what kind of angle they throw in here, if it's just gonna be another sexual angst love triangle. And by love triangle, I mean Catwoman, Bruce Wayne, and Batman, because that's how Batman does it. Or if she will just be a straight up villain that Batman just can't seem to get his hands on. We also have here, which is probably my favorite casting so far, is Paul Dano as the Riddler. Yes, another confirmed villain is the Riddler in this movie. And if you look at this scrawny dude, you just have to tint that suit green, and that right there is the Riddler. Again, if you are unfamiliar with him, check him out in the movie There Will Be Blood or in the movie Prisoners. The dude has a wide range in his acting sector, and I think he's going to play a fantastic Riddler. Leading to another confirmed character in this movie that has yet to be cast for some reasons is the Penguin. Yes, the Penguin has been confirmed to be a part of this. He was set originally to be played by Josh Gad, but he has since denied that. Then they were looking into Jonah Hill to play the role. To be exact, they were offering him either the Riddler or the Penguin, so he could have played either one. But unfortunately, the man wanted $10 million to play a character in this movie, and that is double the amount they are paying Robert Pattinson to play Batman. The studio couldn't seem to nudge him down on that price, so they just had to let him go. And honestly, I don't blame them. I like Jonah Hill. I think it would have been cool to see him in this movie, but the man cannot be paid double what Batman is getting paid. I mean, he's Batman. Supposedly, they even also talked to Seth Rogen to replace Jonah Hill. I cannot imagine a world where Seth Rogen is a villain in a Batman movie. Can you imagine his penguin laugh? That also scared me for the kind of tone they were going for, because I thought with Matt Reeves' previous movies, it was going to be a dark, grounded, gritty Batman with maybe some light comic book elements since there are so many villains, almost kind of like a Tim Burton vibe. But if Seth Rogen was involved, I was smelling Schumacher. I was getting Batman and Robin vibes, and that's not what I want in my new Batman movie. Part of me thinks they were just using Seth Rogen as a way to intimidate Jonah Hill, like, hey, we got what Hollywood calls your doppelganger. You don't get this, Seth is gonna get it, and then you'll regret that decision. But the reason so many villains are going to be involved, and there's still set to be more, they have yet to cast Two-Face and Firefly, who are two rumored characters that are set to be in this movie. No confirmation on that yet, but the person who leaked out these multiple villains has gotten right. Catwoman, the Riddler, and Penguin, so I don't see why he would be wrong in the rest of this. But again, getting back to it, the reason they are doing this is because they're going to be following the storyline of Batman the Long Halloween. This is a storyline where a murder happens in Gotham City, and then Batman goes out on Halloween night to investigate this murder, going down through the line of suspects, which just happens to be his rogue gallery. What a perfect little setup that is, and just a Batman movie set on Halloween Day. Oh, chills, man. You have to leave a like for that. We have yet to see Batman in a sort of holiday atmosphere. Maybe Christmas is the closest thing with Batman Returns, but a Batman movie on Halloween. The boy's already in costume. I mean, how much more perfect can that get? So with this sort of setup, don't expect every villain to have their own screen time. Maybe some of these people won't even fight Batman. They might just be a setup for, hey, we're going to introduce you to Penguin here, but he's not going to be a problem for Batman until Batman 2. If they're putting this much attention into making the Batman this sort of detective being who's investigating this crime, who else would stump the Batman as a detective than a man like the Riddler? So I hope some of these riddles are actually interesting and stump the Bat while throwing in a great fight scene here and there, because I would love that. Continuing on to other rumored characters who were included in that list that most of them have already been announced and confirmed, is that they also say that Robin will be included into these movies. Dick Grayson to me is one of my favorite DC characters of all time, and I have yet to see them do him justice on the big screen. Warner Brothers even tried getting a Nightwing movie off the ground, but for some reason it didn't work out. If you set up Dick Grayson in these Batman movies and have a trilogy of their great partnership, they're working together, then they're splitting views and breakup, you have your Nightwing spinoff. I would absolutely love it, and I think it could work even if it was a pre-teen Dick Grayson. I think if they go the Chris O'Donnell route again, where Batman adopts a 17, 18-year-old, it just doesn't cut it for me. But I've said this in the past, a 12-year-old Robin with Batman doesn't have to be on the field with him. He can be like the Oracle in the Batcave, hacking things in, giving Batman information, and then maybe occasionally slipping onto the battlefield. I am hoping to God Robin is included, just because that would make this possibly my favorite Batman movies of all time. Even without Robin, everything so far with the casting, the director, the storyline, this quite possibly could be the best Batman movie ever made. Don't at me, Dark Knight fans. I like that movie too, okay? But other than that, small details about Robert Pattinson that have come out for the Batman. He's talked about the Batsuit looking very cool. I'm definitely wanting to make a video on what the next Batsuit should be, comparing all the other Batman suits. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. And if not, forget I said anything. And he also just recently said what he's gonna do with the voice of Batman. When doing an interview for The Lighthouse, he said he took inspiration from William Dafoe, his co-star in that movie, and the grizzled voice he had, even saying that Batman should have sort of a pirate-like voice. Some interesting comments to be made there. I just really hope they don't go the route of Christian Bale, where it's a grown man lowering his voice of, where is he? But at the same time, I also don't hope it's George Clooney, who doesn't change his voice at all when he's the Batman.
7 million. Never leave the cave without it.
Stick to what Ben Affleck did, put a voice modulator in the suit, and as crazy as it sounds, make Kevin Conroy the voice of Batman when he wears that suit and just say it's the voice modulator. Come on now. But anyways, guys, that is just what we know so far about the Batman. I am super excited for this movie. Let me know what you guys think about this. Which piece of news about the Batman makes you the most excited? Which piece of news makes you the most scared about this project? Anything and everything, you guys go ahead and leave me your thoughts down below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.